Okay, we just got in our JJRC H10. Just came in, and there's no other videos up of it yet, so I thought I'd do a very quick review comparing it to its main rival, the benchmark, the Syma X5C. Okay, so if we look at it, you can see the transmitter is a real cheapo, whatever style they call it. You can see it there. It's really cheap. I mean, it's cheap quality. I mean, you can just, it's sad. It's pathetic, pretty much. This is the Syma X5 transmitter, much better, much higher quality, easier to use. Size-wise, it's slightly smaller than the X5C. You can put it on top here, if I can, and we can see it's just slightly smaller. If you can see there, it's 5 grams lighter at 67 grams. I think I measured it out at. It's 67 versus the Syma X5C is 72 grams. So it's got the same motor, 7mm motors with the geared setup, which this one also has 7mm with the geared setup. This is the Skydreamer Plus 8x ATOP, and it's got a nice, probably the nicest transmitter of the three, really nice. And we're going to try to do a little comparison. This one weighs even a lot less, even with the same motors and everything. It's only 48 grams, so it's going to be a lot easier to add weight to this one because of the light weight. So let's get to flying this and show you some of the differences with it. So can you hold that for me? Okay, it comes with a 600 battery. The Syma X5C comes with a 500. So, and I have also changed the lights. I hate red in the front, so I have actually moved the green that were in the back before to the front and the red to the back. So we've got the nice front headlight there. That's nice. It was a fairly easy switch to move. It's just a single LED with the long wires, so it was pretty easy to just switch them around. You have to pull everything apart though. So actually the X5C, I've done the same thing. I've switched the lights around as usual. Okay, and we'll get it out here. Well, why don't we just start from here? You don't have to get my hands in this one. Okay. Sorry, it's rainy season here in Japan and it's pretty dark, but the rain finally let up and we have some time to do this. So it's got a pretty decent hover. This is low rates. In low rates, this is the pitch in low rates, front and back. A pretty, decent pitch for low rates. This is the yaw. Not too bad for low rate yaw. But the problem is, changing into high, the yaw doesn't change. So that's the bummer. The yaw does not change in high rates. So let's go and see what the pitch is. You don't need to get my controller in this one. So here's the pitch. So pretty decent pitch for a little one like this. So the problem is the yaw, but so again the yaw here, a little bit slow, but pretty similar to the X5C. So if you're going to try to do funnels, that's the kind of funnel you're going to get. And outdoor, not too bad, I guess, for this kind of camera quad. This one comes with a 2 megapixel version camera that I believe is about $13 or $14 more. This one I got from Banggood for $26 or $27, I think, without the camera. I think it's also available at Gearbest as well, so maybe even $1 less at Gearbest. So, where are you taking? You want me to go that way, but it's not loud. You know, flight times are, you know, similar to the X5C. It's not bad, but it's just, you know, probably no real reason to get this over the X5C considering the controller. I mean, it's cheaper, super, I mean, actually super cheap. Look over here, what are you doing? Look, the kids are over there. So there's the funnel. Well, it's not too bad. And I like the white headlight in the, and they got people coming here. So. It's got pretty decent power. You can see it kind of, and there's a hands-off hover. I'm doing full forward here to give you an idea of how it flies in full forward pitch. This is just constant full forward pitch. Full forward. I haven't taken that out of full forward pitch for like a minute now. Full forward pitch. So not for a camera quad type, you know, thing, it's not too bad. But I really can't see why you'd get this one over the X5C. I wanted to, before I forget, I wanted to show something else. This thing, the little, I think they're called pinion gears, I'm not sure. There's little holes here in the body you can see for each one. And when I first got it, the gear was getting so close to the plastic, it was like, you know, 0.0 something millimeters to the plastic, and it looked like even some of them might even be hitting. So when I pulled it open to move the red to back and green to front, I filed that down. Each one I filed way down, so to make sure that the gears weren't hitting the plastic. So it just seemed weird that they would make it that low tolerance, small tolerance on that. I don't like that design at all. So, but good things about it, you know, it has a nice hover, it's nice and light. I like the little headlight in the front. But the transmitter, I mean, it works okay, it works good. And you can turn off the lights, there's a lights switch there. The lights turn on and off. And oh, I haven't shown the flips yet, so let's show the flips. I always forget to show flips because I don't do flips myself. Gives it a little bit, gives itself a little bit of, at the end it gives itself a little bit extra. At the end of the flip, it gives itself a little extra throttle there. But you know, the flips look okay. Kind of funny the way it gives it. Let's get into a hover and show you how what it's doing there. See how it's pulling it up there? Nice hover there. See, it pulls it up and it just keeps going up after that, even though I had a nice hover going. So, anyways, it's not bad. It's super cheap, I guess, for, you know, as a gift or something, or as a first quad, it may be okay. But I just don't see a reason why to get this one over the X5C. So let's bring it in and compare it to the X5C. So, do a direct comparison. got this one. Oh, I forgot. This one has this. It doesn't have a switch like the X5C does, so that might be one more reason why it's a little bit lighter. There is no switch, so that's one more good thing about the X5C. It has a little switch here. Okay, so as you can see with my X5C as well, I have moved the, I guess it's orange, not red, to the back and the green to the front. On the right, I guess it's the left side, I couldn't get him all the way forward, so you can see I only got one light out into the clear area, so it's lighting up the white stuff. It's actually pretty cool though, lighting up at night, it lights up the white part of the body better, so it's actually not so bad. So let's see how that one goes in comparison. Okay, so the yaw seems quite similar. By the way, this is X5C-1, the newer version. So the yaw seems pretty similar to that H10. But on these low rates, the pitch is a lot, I don't know what to say, less. There's a lot less pitch on low rates than the H10. So the H10 has a little bit more pitch on low rates. But let's put it back into yaw and then we'll switch the rates, and the yaw doesn't change. The yaw does not change, so, but we can see the pitch now. So there's the pitch. So the H10 seems to have a little bit more pitch than the X5C. But it looks, well, no, I don't know. You be the judge. Looks like the funnels are about the same on the two. What do you think? These funnels are similar or what? This one might be just a slight tighter funnel, I think, on this one. I can get the funnel just a little bit tighter on the new X5C-1 ones. So it looks like the yaw may be a little bit faster on this. I don't know, is that yaw faster? It's hard to judge. But, so. And again, this one has a nice stable hover. It shows how little wind there is today. Real nice stable hover. I'm not even touching it at all for quite a while. And then in flips, let's show the difference in flips. So, what's going on here? Where's my flips? There we go. Okay, I have to hold it longer, I guess. Let's get a nice hover and see how this one does the flips in comparison. Okay, so I'm gonna. It does the same thing then, yeah. It also lifts up at the end of the flip. So they have very similar kind of flips there. It's giving itself throttle at the end. See, there it goes. Okay. So that's a nice little comparison there. This, you know, it's a bit more expensive, but this transmitter is so much nicer that unless for some reason you want the 5 gram lighter one, then there's no real reason to get the H10, I think. But if you like a little bit smaller and okay, and then let's go to my favorite. I love this little guy. This is one of my favorite quads that I have. It's a lot of people are liking this one. The YD829. Yeah, it's an A-top. So this one, as I said, so this one's only 48 grams compared to the 72 for the Syma, the 67 for the JJRC, but it uses the same motors and geared setup. So, and I have also changed the lights. You can see again, the red ones I couldn't get all the way in, so only one light of the two, or the other two are inside the body. The green were okay, it could reach. So I've done green front, red back, and both the Syma and the Sky Dreamer have the antenna sticking out. So, and this one, I probably didn't, it doesn't really need it. I just kind of pulled the antenna all the way up and let the canopy push it down, because it had enough clearance from the board already. So let's get this one on a flat surface and bind it up to show the difference here. Okay. It's quite a bit smaller. Did I show how much smaller it was? I hope. Okay. So this is the pitch on low rates. Pretty low pitch on low rates. Really. So for complete beginners here, it's, you know, pretty good. Not going to get you in trouble as long as there's no wind, you know, if you're indoor or something. And here's the yaw. The yaw is way better. Look at that. That's the yaw on low rates. Okay, so let's see if the yaw changes. It's drifting when I yaw it. Here, let's see here. Okay, yaw it. Yeah, the yaw changes with rates. It gets even faster. So, okay, let's go into middle rates, medium rates, and see the pitch has gotten a bit better here. There's the pitch in medium rates. And let's do some yaw. The gyros aren't quite as good on this one. It's starting to lose a little bit when I'm playing with it. Yeah, the gyros are not behaving here. Going into high rates. Here's the pitch on high rates. The pitch is way better on high rates. It's kind of crazy for a little one like this. The pitch. And the yaw. There's the yaw. So this one does awesome funnels. Look at those high rate funnels. So this is how it flies full forward here. I'm doing full forward. But the hover isn't quite as good on this one. Yeah, so it's drifting a little. Let me see if I can trim out that drift. Is that the wind? Well, that might be the wind. Huh. I thought the wind was so... I guess this one's lighter, so the wind is affecting it more. So... Ah, now the wind has gone down just a little bit. So we got a hands-off hover. There we go. There we go. That's a hands-off hover. Yeah, I think it was the wind that was pushing it around, because this one's lighter, so it's more affected by the wind. That's a pretty nice hover. It's not going anywhere, just going up a little. Look at that. Yeah. So yeah, it was the wind. This one's so light, at 48 grams, so it's more affected by the wind. So that's one thing to be careful about. But I mean, look at that. Look at this thing. This is awesome. Look at that, it'll just turn on a dime when you're going forward like that. It'll just go shoo, and it's... Okay, I think, yeah, that's enough. I just wanted to show how nice this one I just... And this one also is almost as cheap as the... now, is that the wind or is that my gyros going out? This one is this lighter weight makes me... Okay, it must have been the wind because I've got a nice hover again. It's definitely, with this lighter weight, it's just a lot more affected by wind, I guess. Okay, we got a nice hover going again. The wind does push it, okay. That's not even full throttle. This thing has so much power. Let's do it. Let's do a throttle punch on this. Okay. The YD829 Skydreamer Plus. #1 recommended by me.